Earlier this year, Norwegian-based company Nordic Aquafarms ended its efforts to build a multi-million-dollar fish farm in Belfast.
But the company still has some legal disputes to settle with the groups that led that fight to block the project. News at Maine's Drew Peters has more on the settlement efforts and what they could mean for the future of the land Nordic still owns.
After halting the construction of Nordic Aquafarm's proposed fish farm here in Belfast through years of legal battles, conservation groups say they're nearing the end of their fight against the corporation.
This settlement, paired with Nordic relinquishing all of their permits, officially ends Upstream Watch's ties to Nordic Aquafarms.
Upstream Watch Director Jill Howell says the recent settlement with the company relates to disputes over ownership of a section of intertidal land needed to build the fish farm.
The court ruled that Nordic did not own the intertidal land and never did. So when we resolved these tort claims, we dropped our case.
The agreement states that Nordic will pay Upstream Watch $125,000 within the next 2 years. Though Howell says her organization fears what could happen if Nordic sells its remaining land to another developer.
The health of this land directly ties to the health of the Little River in Penobscot Bay. We think that this should be rezoned, put back to the conservation land that it was.
Officials with Nordic Aquafarms declined to comment. While the settlement brings a sense of relief to Howell, members of the Friends of Harriet L. Hartley Conservation Area say they're still fighting for compensation on behalf of the couple who own the intertidal land Nordic falsely claimed to own.
They would like to be able to sell this property, and they've been unable to do that for the last 4 years.
The conservation group is also seeking an agreement with Nordic to preserve the mature woods and wetlands in the area.
Make sure that either that land is properly protected, ideally, or if some of it needs to be sold, that it's sold with the understanding that it's not going to be commercially developed.
Something they say is not only important to the environment, but the Belfast community.
Really make this a spot for people to come to.
Both conservation groups say they'll continue working on ways to further protect the land that Nordic intends to sell. In Belfast, Drew Peters, News Center, Maine.
And members of the Friends of Harriet L. Hartley Conservation Area say their next step in the process is drafting a joint settlement statement that the group and Nordic would have to agree on.